The National Hockey League has finalized start times for upcoming games in the 2025 Stanley Cup Playoffs first round. On Saturday, May 3rd, Game 7 between the Colorado Avalanche and the Dallas Stars is scheduled for 8 p.m. Eastern Time in Dallas. This decisive game will be broadcast on ABC and ESPN Plus in the United States, and on Sportsnet and TVA Sports in Canada. Additionally, should a Game 7 be necessary in the series between the St. Louis Blues and the Winnipeg Jets, it is set for Sunday, May 4th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time in Winnipeg. Canadian viewers can watch on Sportsnet, CBC, and TVA Sports, while U.S. viewers can tune into TBS. These scheduling confirmations come as several other first-round series have concluded, with Toronto defeating Ottawa, Florida overcoming Tampa Bay, Washington eliminating Montreal, and Carolina dispatching New Jersey. Fans can find the complete updated playoff schedule on NHL.com. Next news. The Edmonton Oilers advanced to the second round of the Stanley Cup Playoffs, eliminating the Los Angeles Kings for the fourth consecutive year, with a 6-4 victory in Game 2. 6 at Rogers Place on Thursday evening. The Oilers completed a series comeback, winning 4 straight games after initially falling behind 0-2. Game 6 featured a wild, high-scoring first period. The Kings struck first, just 119 in with a Quintonsu Byfield breakaway goal, but Adam Henrique quickly equalized for Edmonton. Brandt Clarke restored the Kings' lead shortly after, only for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to tie it again on an Oilers power play, making it 2-2 within the first 6 minutes. Zach Hyman gave Edmonton its first lead later in the period with a deflection. Edmonton extended their lead significantly in the second period, with goals from defenseman Darnell Nurse and forward Trent Frederick. Jordan Spence pulled one back for the Kings late in the second, making it 5-3. Anze Kopitar scored with the goalie pulled with under a minute left in the third to bring the Kings within 1 at 5-4. But Connor Brown sealed the Oilers' victory and series win with an empty net goal in the final seconds. Post-game, Kings players and coach expressed significant disappointment, viewing the series loss as a major missed opportunity. Next news, Jalen Brunson once again solidified his Clutch Player of the Year credentials, hitting a dramatic go-ahead three-pointer in the final minute to lead the New York Knicks to a 116-113 victory over the Detroit Pistons in Game 6, clinching their first-round playoff series 4-2. Despite struggling through much of the fourth quarter, missing 8 of his first 9 shots in the frame, Brunson delivered when it mattered most. With the score tied and under 30 seconds remaining, Brunson shook off tight defense from Ausar Thompson and hit a go-ahead 3, giving him 40 points for the game. This pivotal shot was part of an 11-1 run by the Knicks to close out the game and eliminate the Pistons. Teammate Mikal Bridges, who contributed 25 points including a crucial tip-in just before Brunson's game winner, praised Brunson's poise. Coach Tom Thibodeau highlighted Brunson's mental toughness. The victory sends the Knicks to a second-round matchup against the Boston Celtics. Next news, Los Angeles Angels superstar Mike Trout has been placed on the 10-day injured list due to a bone bruise in his left knee, retroactive to May 1st. The injury occurred during a game against the Mariners when Trout sprinted to first base. Manager Ron Washington indicated the injury isn't considered too serious and there's no structural damage, but rest is required. This injury affects the same knee where Trout had 2 meniscus surgeries last year, limiting him to just 29 games. In 2024, this latest setback continues a trend of significant injuries for the 33-year-old 3-time AL MVP, who has struggled to stay on the field consistently since 2021. While Trout expressed optimism for a short IL stint, citing reduced soreness and clear MRI results, showing bone bruising from impact, bone bruises can have variable recovery timelines, adding uncertainty given his history. Prior to the injury, Trout was hitting 187 with 9 home runs through 29 games this season. Next news, the UEFA Champions League semi-final tie between Inter Milan and FC Barcelona hangs tantalizingly in the balance ahead of the second leg at the San Siro. The first leg at Barcelona's temporary home ended in a thrilling 3-3 draw, leaving both teams with a clear path to the final. Inter might feel they hold a slight edge playing the return leg at home, where they have boasted a strong defensive record in this season's competition. The Nerazzurri scored first and held a 2-0 lead at one point in the first leg, showcasing their threat, though Barcelona fought back effectively. Barcelona coach Flick remains confident, stating post-match that Inter can't just defend and will need to score, potentially opening up space for his side to exploit. He emphasized belief in Barcelona's playing style to secure a win within 90 minutes. The tie pits two European giants against each other, with both seeking a return to the final after several years. Key player availability could be crucial. Next news, just a month into his record-setting 15-year, $765 million contract with the New York Mets, Juan Soto's initial performance has drawn scrutiny, falling short of the colossal expectations accompanying the deal. His early struggles at the plate, coupled with comments about missing former teammate Aaron Judge's lineup presence, fueled discussion. In response to this adjustment period, super agent Scott Boras made a notable visit to Citi Field ahead of a game, engaging in what he described as a good conversation with his client. Boras downplayed concerns, framing the visit as a standard part of managing mega contracts and suggesting that such initial phases are a normal part of a franchise. Player adjustment, as stars acclimate to new teams, cities, and the immense pressure associated with landmark deals. The visit underscores the high stakes and intense focus on Soto's integration and performance as the cornerstone of the Mets' long-term ambitions. Next news, the New York Rangers are reportedly in advanced discussions and nearing an agreement to hire Mike Sullivan as their next head coach, the 38th in franchise history. Sullivan, 57, recently became available after parting ways with the Pittsburgh Penguins, a team he led to consecutive Stanley Cup championships in 2016 and 2017, and became the franchise's all-time winningest coach. Rangers president and GM Chris Drury, who has long-standing connections with Sullivan through Boston University, Team USA roles, and their time together with the Rangers, Sullivan as assistant coach, Drury as player, is reportedly making a strong push to hire him. The contract is expected to be substantial, potentially making Sullivan the highest-paid coach in the NHL again. The move comes shortly after the Rangers dismissed Peter Laviolette. There's also speculation that former Rangers coach John Tortorella might rejoin the organization in some capacity. Next Newsday, two finals of the 2025 Pro Swim Series stop in Fort Lauderdale delivered several exciting races and fast times. Gretchen Walsh won the women's 100 meters freestyle title with a personal best and world-leading time of 52.90, narrowly holding off Tori Husky, 52.95. Shane Cassis secured two victories, winning the men's 100 meters freestyle in 48.47 and the men's 50 meters backstroke in 24.41. Emma Weber won a tight women's 100-meter breaststroke final in 1:06.63, ahead of Lily King and Kate Douglas. Denis Petrashov set a Kyrgyzstan record with his 59.23 win in the men's 100-meter breaststroke. Catherine Burkhoff took the women's 50-meter backstroke crown in 27.38. Regan Smith won the women's 200-meter butterfly in 2:05.38, followed by Alex Shackle and a standout PB from 15-year-old Audrey Derivo, 2:06.46. Martin Espenberger won the men's 200 meters fly, 1:55.71. The highlight was Katie Ledecky's dominant performance in the women's 400-meter freestyle, 3:56.81, a U.S. Open SOP PSS record, overtaking Summer McIntosh, 3:58.28, while Claire Weinstein swam a major PB for third, 4:01.26. Kieran Smith won the men's 400 meters free, 3:47.04.